One thinker expressed it so beautiful. We are not humans who have a spiritual soul, but we are spirits who at the moment make a human experience. To come to that spiritual essence is the core and the entire focus of any genuine spiritual practice. There are two practices I would like to speak about this evening. One is to chant mantras. The syllable man means mind and tra, to deliver. So a mantra is that which delivers the mind from unwanted occupation. You know, that constant inner chatter where we compare ourselves with others, where we comment on everything, and where we are caught in the narratives, the stories which our minds tell us, almost like a spider who gets caught in his spider web. Mantras deliver us from this by bringing us right to that spiritual essence inside of us. See, we are now on a lake. This lake is still at the moment, so it allows us to look down and see what is there at the bottom. When the waves are there, the lake is so agitated that it's not possible to see what is inside. So mantra calms and stills the lake-like mind. It calms the waves so that we can see what is there on the bottom. That's very important. Meditating on a mantra doesn't create something. No, it lets that which is already there shine through by calming the surface of the mind. But there is a process or a practice which goes even further, and that is Kirtan. Kirtan means you sing divine names in the call and response fashion. A lead singer sings, the audience hears, and then gives back by singing the mantras and the divine names in a call and response fashion. By this, divinity is attracted. There's an ancient text in one of the very old Vedic scriptures which says, I'm not there in some far away divine abode. No. I'm also not necessarily there in the hearts of the meditating yogis. No. I'm there where people gather and sing my divine names. There I stand in the center. And when you do Kirtan, you feel the divine presence. Now I do remember when in the late 80s, Russia opened its border, Glasnost. I was invited with a group of monks to present Kirtan in the Olympia Hall in Moscow. There were 33,000 plus guests there. And as we invited them to chant Kirtan, something happened in the hall. They were energized, they were fireized, they were lifted in instants on a very high spiritual level where they had access to amazing levels of consciousness. This happened because they were feeling the divine presence. When there's fire, you feel the light or see the light. And when it's a big fire, you feel the heat. In the same way, when you chant Kirtan, especially also with many people, you can also do it with 2 or 4 or 5, you feel the divine presence and you are never the same afterwards. There are 3 simple rules which I would like to mention, which will help you to go deeper in your Kirtan and mantra experience. The first is focus, absorb, in a way exit the spider net which the mind has made, the self-narratives, etc. Then the next is you should not hesitate to give yourself entirely to the practice. Finally, after not holding back, there is the most important rule. Let go and let the divine act. And you will see levels of awareness that are very difficult to reach with in one's own strength, on one's own steam. All I can say is this needs to be experienced. It needs to be seen by chanting mantras and doing Kirtan. All the best.